Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a group of friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves,
Chiquitos,
and toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us on YouTube, first of all, thank you so much. Tell them, Elgin.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
I didn't mean to be that aggressive. Thank you.
You'll also learn soon enough that we are not toy experts. We're just enthusiasts. We're not always going to get the details right, and that's okay. It's all right, Spoody. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just looking up names.
Details, right?
Stop yelling at us,
Like what
Josh.
the names of them are.
Speaking of details, let me introduce all of our names. Hi, I'm Jason, and that is Elgin.
That's me.
And that's Spoody.
That's him.
It is.
It is.
It is.
If it has to be.
In this episode, we dive into the nostalgic world of collector TV trays. These classic pop culture items, once a staple of every household, are now sought-after collectibles. From the vibrant designs featuring iconic cartoons, movies, and TV shows, to the history behind their popularity, the team discusses their favorites and shares tips on how to start or expand your own collection. Whether you remember using them during Saturday morning cartoons or just love the retro aesthetic, this episode is something for every collector. Tune in for some fun tray talk. And it's also this
Tray talk.
Tray talk.
Tray talk.
But it's funny because like you and I both came into possession of a TV tray within the last week.
Yeah, I literally got it a few days ago.
And
Like yesterday, maybe.
yeah, and mine just it's a long story. We'll get into it, but it's just awesome. So we're like, let's talk TV trays.
Heck yeah.
A sentence didn't expect to say. But here we are. And then also Eldon's going to take us on a tour of a toy store later, and it's going to be awesome. You might learn some things about its area. We'll stay tuned. And lastly, we'll hear from you guys later with Spoody on your thoughts on today's topic.
That's right. That's him.
That's what he does.
It is him.
It's what I do.
Is that what you said?
You can also follow us on social media, all the social media platforms, including that one, Patreon. I know you've heard of it, and all those links can be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. More Motu every day. I've been looking.
Probably look at there. I haven't.
Because I don't know if you knew this too, but you know, Toy Ploy had his sets, but that he was given out that you just downloaded. And it was just a sheet.
I've downloaded those.
Now
they're free.
He's partnered with Toy Hacks, and they're cutting them for him.
Oh, nice.
His sheets, so it's like
they are good. I've used his stuff before on some vintage stuff. So
we also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to go ahead and tell you all about.
That's right. Every month we have a caption contest or a name the picture or fill in the blank.
Draw
or
something.
Something we'll post monthly. And you need to comment on that so that you can win a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks so that you can go there and buy the Toy Ploy inspired stickers that are there now. But of course you have to comment so that we can pick you. And then I think you also have to be funny so that we can't pick you. Or at least clever. Or the dumbest one sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, that's every month. Go to all of our social media platforms. Check that out. Comment to win $5.
And that's toyhacks.com. But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools. If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels rules my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Spoodamus Prime, what are you doing? What do you got?
I was just enjoying a nice, refreshing Sonic Cherry Limeade. Not sponsored.
Hashtag no sponsor.
If you too like slushies and drinks, go to Sonic.
I'm a thirsty bitch.
Hell.
I have things. Where is?
All right, next.
Grab one and pass it around.
So I picked up this Beast Wars Beast Machines. I don't remember which one.
Beast guy.
Rat Trap.
It's a version of.
One of the red version. I also have the blue one without the tail. If you got the blue tail laying around, let me know.
Red
that
rat.
one's like the
Red rat over there.
The blue one's like the exclusive.
He's cool. It's good, shiny, back metal.
Yeah.
Beast Machines was cool.
Translucent, the red plastic on the back.
Exposed brain.
Yeah.
What?
Which is weird.
It is.
Yeah. Him and Dinobot both kind of.
Have exposed brains.
Yeah.
What I thought this was like a scorpion when you first like.
Oh,
took
that
it out.
way, yeah.
With
It's a rat.
With
See
these
that.
things are like
Yeah.
this.
With like wheelchair wheels for hind legs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
His rat mode does have a wheel, like wheels and like rockets that stick out of his ass.
It's
yeah.
pretty cool.
rat fink.
Yeah.
Type of,
Yeah. Little rat rod.
yeah, exactly.
And then I got Beast Wars.
Another scorpion.
Deluxe. No.
No.
This is Jawbreaker, who's pretty cool. He's got a little action feature. You make the thing go around.
Oh, like a buzzsaw.
Neat.
The buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Another Beast Machines. Look at that back metal. Goodness.
So shiny.
Love it.
And then
Miss it.
Yeah, they need to make more vac metal stuff. Like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Prices and stuff.
No,
yeah.
we can't make it because of money. Man.
So this when was Cracktastic Plastic? Last weekend?
September 21st.
I don't know. Time doesn't mean anything anymore.
It's all relative anyway.
I bought some GoButs.
Did you?
I don't remember his name. He's a little seaplane dude. It's probably his name.
Powerglide.
No. His name is probably
Isn't that a
Seaplane.
lubricant? Power glide?
No comment.
I got Dive because he's a submarine.
Stutters. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It should be like Dive Dave or something like that.
Yeah. Can't remember his name either. It's a little
the-
cement
these-
mixer.
Master.
These transform into lame robots. Is
To lame robots.
Good call.
Um,
that- Zing!
yeah. And then I got this dude, the little cement mixer,
Aw.
which is the blue one, which is it's kind of been like I haven't really seen. I've seen there's a red one.
Mm-hmm.
Should be like
it's more
C-ment.
So super rare. His
sounds
name's
Soup's rare,
like
man.
Blockhead or something. I had to fix
That's
my
dumb. It
mix.
should be a mix. Because it's dumb.
There is a little black van. Don't know his name either.
A-Team.
This is
Free puppies and candy.
technically not a GoBot.
Oh, what's that mean?
There's the other series like that they came from.
The bot goes.
And this guy is with that too. You can kind of tell like their head and chest is like one piece, which was a thing.
Is it still Bandai?
It is still
Was it?
Bandai. So it was like the line before.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 4-wheel drive Jeep.
Jeep.
So I don't think either one of them had a name. But the brown one is the rare one.
You should put him with
Super rare.
Breaker and him with like a E-Hobby Ironhide,
Yeah.
the black one.
Cool.
It's cool.
I got this dude,
Stalker.
Stalker.
G2. European G2 Stalker. Late G1.
Which I have the other version.
I believe there's gold plastic around there, so careful.
It's actually painted.
Okay.
So don't be careful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's painted.
Light piping, cool.
It's my piping.
Missing
But it's the
all the
Beast Machines Soundwave.
Machine Wars.
Machine Wars.
Beast
He's
Machine
he's literally
Wars.
sitting
Beast
behind
Machine
me.
Wars.
But the other one. Then I got a little knockoff. I finally got the Holy Grail.
Of
I'll just pick him up real close to the camera so he looks bigger.
Oh yeah, that'd
he's
probably.
picking him up closer
Oh,
to the
it's
camera.
so big.
Oh, he's huge. Yeah.
Fortress
So big, so big.
Maximus.
And he does transform and stuff.
Does the
his
things.
head's not a headmaster, but I wouldn't transform him. But
Because he'd break.
yeah, he was like
Yeah.
$12. I can't.
It's just knockoff line where they just shrunk things down.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's-
Normally they oversize, but
They
Yeah.
undersized this time.
he was big enough.
he's
to start
so
with.
cute.
Yeah, he turns into a city mode. So
The tiniest city ever.
yeah, his villa mode.
I should
It's village
compare them to mine. I got one that's
Township
still
mode.
on card, and
Yeah.
I wonder
that
if
was
like
on
the
a
stickers
card
the
too,
same.
but-
It was different backing, but
And then I
wonder
got
if it's the same.
the Takara Tomy version of Superion. So it's the
Yeah,
all the
buddy.
jets, not the stupid blades. Helicopter.
yeah, look at that left arm, or is it the It's like
it's the left
$150.
Yeah.
Just the left arm.
Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you to get it.
I'm paying like $60 for him. So, super good deal.
Yeah. For the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
Which I have. I mean, I got.
These different feet and hands too. I can't.
I think so.
It just didn't look familiar. That's all.
I mean, the other ones are black, so
it's cool.
yeah. Like I have the.
You have a bunch of the.
Yeah. I got like at least 3 of them, of the others. So, but I mean, they're going. Even the regular ones are going for $50 a piece now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the ones that are, except for this one. This one's like 25. Because he's the most common. Firefly.
Firefly.
But
Yeah.
Air raid and dive bomb. Is it dive bomb? Can't remember. The 2 legs. They're like 50 a piece. Then the 150 for the other slingshot.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Craziness.
because he didn't come with the American version. Yeah. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all
That's all.
That's it.
for today.
Okay then, Elgin.
All right. Got some Motu madness over here.
Yes, my favorite madness.
We got the Triclops. That's right. Finally got the Wave 4 Triclops. I only got them because they re-released them as a fan favorite. But yeah, this is finally the one to complete that wave that was never released. I think came out in 2020. It was just like, yeah, we're just never going to have it out in stores ever. And yeah, it's got a sword. So this is the Motu Origins Triclops. They did make another one. Mattel
Yeah.
Creations one was like a mini comic one with like this like sash on the front of him, but I didn't get that one. I didn't. That was before I was like trying to jump on every Mattel Creations thing ever. But yeah, so it's nice to have that one and not buy it for like a ridiculously overpriced eBay price. I just got off a Big Bad Toy Store as a pre-order, and so it was the normal retail price for that, which was good.
Awesome.
Also, speaking of Big Bad Toy Store, I finally opened the 4-pack of the Diabolical Snake Invasion 4-pack, also from Big Bad Toy Store. It comes with 3 Snake Men and another He-Man. Very much 2000X inspired from that cartoon where they're fighting Snake Men. So it's like you get a snake armor He-Man with like this black and silver armor. This is the second version of this. They did a single carded He-Man snake fighter guy with like different coloring on it, repaint. So this is basically a repaint of that. He has this little snake catcher thing that can come off and shoot off, almost like a predator weapon.
Got him.
And then he does come with his 2000X style power sword. Of course, it doesn't open up like 2000X does, but they made that decision, I guess. So he's fighting some snake men. The leader of this in this 4-pack is Rattle Hood.
So cool. So freaking cool.
So basically, it's kind of a repaint / parts mashup of other stuff. So basically, most of it is Ratlore, a repaint of Ratlore. So the neck extension, that's what they did for Origins. They just did this little neck extension instead of the action feature for the Vintage was there was a button on the back. You push that and his neck would like strike and shoot out, which is awesome. He does rattle.
Wow.
Which the Vintage one did as well.
That's
So
cool.
that's kind of a nice feature. I'm guessing, I don't have Ratlore, so I'm guessing Ratlore does that as well. Hopefully. And then it comes with the snake staff. So he's just kind of this light blue and
It's purple.
purpley color. Royal blue, baby blue combo. So the head that they put on him is a repaint of the CamoCon head that was a Mattel Creations exclusive. Basically like Cobra Con. But CamoCon was the Argentinian version of like overseas version. Anyway, so they put that head on. They give you that head instead of the normal snake head. And then an action, like a feature blast effect coming out of his mouth. So like he's shooting out his poison, whatever it is, freezing or some sort of poison.
Freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
It's
Almost like
spitting out his bubble gum.
Yeah, almost like Godzilla. So Godzilla has that type of effect as well for like the Playmates toys.
Just so great of them leaning into the mashup ability of.
Right. Yeah, it's
So cool.
It's I mean that's kind of what Vintage did anyway. You know, later lines they had to combine all the stuff just to make more figures.
Yeah.
And take what you had and make new characters, which is cool. But it's a straight repaint / mashup.
Yeah, I like that there's still some articulation, even though
Right.
it's
And the neck, yeah.
solid.
He did come with 2 extra kind of warriors, kind of lackeys, I guess. The green one is called Gorgon, and then Gorgon, for those who don't know, comes from Greek mythology. Medusa was a Gorgon, half human, half serpent. But this is also kind of a mashup of, so the head, that's a Ratlore head combined with a Cobra Con body and just kind of repainted.
Don't look him in the eye, Spooty.
But he doesn't have anything like to put a blast effect in there in his mouth. So he didn't come with any weapons either. It was just this guy. So here he is. Okay. And then they just doubled down on it. They're like, oh, let's just repaint him the exact same thing again and call him a different name. So this is Naga, which for those that don't know is from Asia. And that's kind of the half human, half snake in Asian culture.
Well, that's neat. They did that for both.
Yeah, and it looks like he has like a sleeveless vest on.
Yeah,
with the arms and stuff. But yeah, once again, it's just a red version of that green.
It's also the snake people in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and once again, the Cobra Con and Ratlore head. So just a mix up again and repaints of more figures.
but kind of army buildy.
You could definitely army build them.
The green boots, though, is just such a weird.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it works color-wise.
It's
but
odd.
If it wasn't like the pink arms,
Right.
maybe.
Right. I just want to make sure that I get the boots, but because Ethan was tearing these apart and like putting them, like he's like, "Can you get all of your snake men out?" So as soon as I did, he just started ripping apart all the pieces and then making new snake men, which is cool. But it was
That
just
green
like,
wouldn't have
I
been
was
any
like, which
better.
one? Yeah.
yeah. I think I have everything correct on it now.
The boots match the belts.
Okay. So yeah, that was I think when we were playing with him before, it was like he like took the arms off of Squeeze and like stuck them on and like tried to make the biggest snake character with like this extended neck and all. Anyway, and the last thing I have is once I get through all my origins finally, starting on the CGI series again. This is a He-Man that I think I bought on Amazon for like almost nothing. It was like maybe $8, $7 or something like that. But he looks kind of like King He-Man. I'm trying to remember from the show, like it might be the last season where he kind of had this armor, this kind of gold armor and these stuff. But the nice thing with these CGI is that they do have like kind of an action feature where a spring back where you can like attack people and stuff. Very vintage-like, and
I like the oversized swords and stuff they have.
I always thought this was cool. It's kind of a slept-on series because I think they really wanted it for kids.
Yeah.
But they ended up each line that came out, like each wave that came out, they just got better and better. So it's too bad that they're not making these anymore. But here's the He-Man with the kind of soft goods cape, gold armor, and kind of just kind of that feature of it as well, action feature.
King He-Man.
It doesn't actually say that. I just kind of figured that's. I'm trying to remember from the show because he was taking over at the time. I think Randor stepped down and stuff, and he was like trying to protect the city or something like that. I need to rewatch that series again. It's been a while since I've seen it. That's all I have.
All right. Well, just a couple hours ago, I did a little unboxing live stream, and I unboxed this new Legacy United Armada Galvatron. He's one of the few Armada figures that I don't have from the original Armada line. So still trying to get him because of them stupid horns. I was, like I said on the stream, like he goes for like 80 to 100 complete with his Minicon and stuff, but with that you'll find him all day without his horns for like $10. So it's dumb.
Yeah,
but
I got him without the horns.
Although at this toy show I was just at, somebody had 3D printed some, but they didn't look.
What's wrong? Wasn't right.
Wasn't right enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Right.
anyway, he's a cool tank. He'll scratch the itch of Armada Galvatron for now.
I assume exact same mold as the Megatron, though.
Yep, as the Legacy United Megatron. Transformers 1. Has everybody seen it yet? Come on, guys.
No.
It's freaking amazing. Best one yet. Here's the Prime Changer Alpha Trion. He's really freaking cool.
Spoilers.
For yeah, it is a little bit of one. Just because he's here and he's not in the... Anyway, he turns into a pretty cool little space unicorn wolf thing. It's neat, but purple and cool and a neat little... I like the line, and I like the movie a lot.
Cool.
Not Transformers, re-released on this vintage cardback style, was the first classified Cobra Commander.
Cool.
And when I started picking up Cobra Commanders, it wasn't until he was already in that like sashy, fancy garb dress
Right.
in the box.
Yes.
So I'd already missed it. His regular standard issue blues and chrome face. So it's awesome to get him in the classified. I think I'd prefer these card backs versus the boxes anyway. Maybe.
Yeah, if you're displaying them on the wall, yes.
And no more than I have. If I
Right.
did classifieds, I'd do them all and spine them all, show
That's how
those numbers.
That's how I have mine.
Heck
because
yeah.
you can see the artwork on the side.
But
empty
super
boxes.
super stoked to have him. And then this past weekend, I went to Wisconsin to a little toy show called DairyCon because it's in Wisconsin. DairyCon. It's been going for years. Spoody and I almost went to their spring show, but they just didn't have a good representation of like how big the show was, what it was.
Sure.
There just was hardly any pictures from it. And so we just decided to pass. And then, of course, after that spring one, we see some walkthrough videos, and it's like, oh, we made a mistake. We messed up. It did. And so this fall show is like they used to only have the one. This show's been going for years and years and years and years. And they just added this one in the fall and kind of building it up. And so it's probably similar, maybe a little smaller than Cracktastic Plastic Con. There was maybe 20 vendors, 20 tables.
Gotcha.
In that range. It was in a Catholic school cafeteria.
Okay.
But even though it was smaller, it was all Transformers. So it's a Transformers convention.
Okay.
And all they have is this Facebook group and a kind of crappy website that just lists the years. Anyway,
It's kind of
but
like a swap meet type of thing, almost.
but in this group, and they've built this community of Transformer fans up there in Wisconsin, and they really come out and have good stuff. And so I talked to the owner of Nowhere Collectibles and Toys, the KNOW.
Okay.
We featured it on Toy Tour once, and he remembered, because I of course had to wear my Cracktastic Plastic shirt.
Represent.
Got to, and he was like just telling me all about it. He said the spring show, if this one was the small one of 20, he explained how big the spring one was, and it is about 100 vendors and tables, 5 times bigger than. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to miss that again. But it was
saving now.
I know, and that's just it. Being that all Transformers, it was like it wasn't the same old ones that were just kind of in your normal toy show or toy store with everything. This was, and right off the bat, I started finding, I wouldn't say grails, but ones that I've been hunting for years. Just right off the bat, and the first one was this guy right here. I've been just dying for Car Robots Baldigus, which is a version of there's probably 10 of these versions now, but this is the Japanese version of Robots in Disguise 2001. He's just different colored. It looks like he has jaundice, but it's the Combaticons. It's Bruticus. You've probably seen. Yeah, it's.
I think I've seen this guy.
Yep.
Somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you've had him.
Yeah. So
Pretty sure
I've hunted this guy for a while, and it's normally a Japanese thing. So it was just nice to find him. And then he told me how much, and I was just like, yoink. You betcha. Then right after that, I find this guy I've been dying for. I just recently picked up Machine Wars Starscream, and this is his version after him in the Universe line. He's called King Atlas, and it's not a great mold. It comes from that same line of that Spooty had, that Stalker with the purple and pink green one. It's late G1, G2 European only molds, and they just took all those molds. They're like, well, we want to do them in America. So that's kind of what Machine Wars was. But he's pretty colors, red, white, and blue. He's America. I was just so stoked to find him.
Is he a microscope or something?
On the original one, there's a play feature where, you get to look through this here, and there's little bombs that you can spin and drop out.
That's cool.
Just the kind of plane that he is.
Like a bomber.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Interesting.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I meant to look up the name, but anyway, Tiffany has randomly come across some G2 guys, and then she's like, I'm buying those, and I'm like, okay, fine. And then there's 3 left.
If you have to.
And we I know. But it's just the odds of finding him. And it was the only one.
Right.
Was just there, and he was complete. He came with his instruction booklet and a little card spec thing. And oh, man, I can't remember his name, but one of the...
Is he holding Q-tips?
Yep, little Q-tip guy. Cyberjets. One of the Cyberjets. Can't remember his name. And it's good little price. Just like $10. Nothing crazy. Came across this little guy for like $5. I'm like, I'm going to grab him. He's from G2. He's a Sky Scorcher. And his name is...
Joey.
I knew. I had it earlier. I said it out loud. Afterburner. Really neat transformation, Spooty. Definitely give this guy a go. It seemed more complex for just a little kind of mini plain dude. But a G2 guy,
Cool.
light piping, eyes. It's really cool. Came across another guy I've been looking. Strafe. God. Oh yeah, because his book's right there. Because I just said that. I'm so dumb. Okay, could have just looked down. That's too hard. Target Masters. Happy to found one and with good stickers with both his Target Master dudes on him. He's one that I've definitely been looking for. I've been holding out for just mainly these two stickers right here on the front. They get tore up so easy.
Oh, yeah.
And these up here. It's just so when he's standing there in robot mode, he looks good. But he's got a really neat transformation, too. His little guns turn into little dudes. They have names. Don't know what they are.
And his name is?
Quick Mix. Okay. I did remember that.
Cool.
Yeah, really cool little dude. I've been looking for him and holding out, and there was a guy there who had the best collection, really. He was just like selling out of his later line stuff so he could put money towards fixing his car. I was like, that's
Boomer, Ricochet.
Boomer?
Yep.
And Ricochet.
Boomer's a blue one, Ricochet's yellow.
See, they have names.
Yep.
And their little gun folds up their butt and they stand there and I don't know.
Yep.
And lastly, I just get this giant thing right here. I heard, I didn't know where it came from. I heard my second favorite podcast other than this one. Don't Tell Attack the Killer podcast I said this. But Triple Takeover, they just had a little bonus episode about this guy, and I didn't realize he was out, and I just panicked and probably paid too much to buy him because he was... By the time I got to Big Bad, the pre-order was sold out.
Right.
And so there was this like Japanese like overseas store selling them, so it was marked up a little bit. But I'm like, I didn't expect him to come because it's still in pre-order stage on Big Bad. It's not even out.
Yeah,
but they finally, you knew they're gonna do it. You hope they would do it. There's gonna be more Missing Link toys coming out, and that's the line where they take a G1 mold with no articulation and give him articulation, the Optimus Prime.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's the two little Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. Those are coming out soon. Excited for those. But they repainted Optimus in this Japanese toy show exclusive, and they're calling him Sentinel Prime.
Interesting.
But he's yellow in his cab, and his face is red, and it's really weird, and there's no real reason
but there is
for those. Yeah. Well, what is it?
So
Just tell us.
that is the original semi that was scanned.
Oh yeah.
Optimus Prime. But it was actually orange. But that's as close.
But calling him Sentinel, that's the part that didn't make sense. It was just kind of a random name, but I haven't decided if I'm going to open it. I just don't know. Just seeing that Takara Japanese all over it.
I just watched that episode.
Yeah?
That little teaser, just that.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so yeah, when Teletran 1 wakes up and starts scanning U.S. vehicles to know what to turn their robots into, they scan a yellow. Yeah. Anyway, they call this one Sentinel Prime. Super stoked to have it. I love this line. It's my favorite line. It's G1, but better.
Right.
If that could be a thing.
Doing the improvements that you want to have.
Always wanted and hoped for. And then it just came with this. I didn't expect that. There's a little Rise of the Beast keychain. I don't know.
Seems odd.
Very, very much so. But it was in the package. I was like,
we got extra ones. Just throw it in there.
Oh my gosh, what a toy show. What a weekend. What a TV trays. Hey, you love lunch. What I did, I just happened to be looking at you, Spoonie.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey, you like food, right?
You clear.
Go fuck yourself.
Do you remember who remembers using these when they were kids? I know Elgin does.
Yes, I did very much.
Never did.
No,
Never had one.
you don't remember having one? I don't either.
So I'll move this over.
Yeah,
And and get into it.
this is such a great.
So this Master of the Universe one, this exact kind of graphic on it, or painting, I guess, on it, is the one I had as a kid. Now, I'm trying to remember when I actually got it. It was probably a birthday or Christmas because, like the rest of us growing up poor, we only got stuff on Christmas or your birthday, or combined Christmas birthday if it's a big item, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't get things just because, like, hey, can I have that at the store? The answer was always, well, maybe, and then it was no. Basically, it was always no. So it was probably a Christmas or birthday gift, and I just always remember using it during Christmas, because my parents we had like Christmas stockings, but we didn't have them like hanging up or anything like that. So my mom would fill up she knitted our own stockings and filled them with stuff, and then left them at the foot of our bed. So when we would wake up, we would open that first, so that we would let them sleep longer.
Oh, anything to prolong waking up.
And then we would, do like the main by the Christmas tree and stuff like that downstairs. So upstairs, my brother and I would be in the same room. We'd wake up and we'd have like this Christmas stocking on. So I remember taking the one year, like we just took our stockings into our parents' room, which is like right next door. Like there's like a little hallway, and sitting on their bed with the Christmas tray on my lap, and then opening gifts on the tray, and like with like Legos, because you could keep all the Legos in here as well.
Yes.
But just like using that like all the time. Like growing up too, my dad worked 2 jobs, and we would basically be raised by TV. So we had a big console TV in the living room, and just sitting in front of that with this tray, it's kind of growing up watching TV, like watching, Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, whatever. It just was basically raised on TV. Like it was our babysitter for the most part. My brother and I, we were like taking care of each other by watching TV. Like, as my mom did other stuff, and it was, and my dad wasn't around, so it was because he was working so much. But yeah, just having this, like, and when I refound all of my vintage Motu toys, I was hoping that this would be with it as well, and it wasn't. And so I was asking my mom, I was like, do you know where this is at? And I was like, oh, I got rid of that a long time ago. I'm like, oh. So I've been kind of not really actively looking for it, but just it's been on my mind for 5, 6, 7 years now.
Have you even seen it like on all the tours?
I've never seen it in live.
In person.
In person, yeah. Out in the wild or anything like that.
Wow. So
I found this on eBay. Originally, I think I'd seen it there a while, and the prices were kind of like, I don't really want to pay that right now. And so I just happened a few days ago, was on eBay. I put one on my watch list, and sometimes if you do that, like the seller will send you a price, like a discounted percentage off price. And usually I only like heart stuff or watch stuff that's a buy it now, because I don't want to deal with trying to do auctions. I'm not about that at all. So I had put one on there, and they sent me a message. I'm like, well, I don't really want to buy it right now. So I'm just going to try to lowball them. I'm like looking at, because the shipping was like 12 or something like that. I'm like, so I'm going to put the price to equal to almost what it would be like with the shipping. And the guy didn't like that. So then so he's like, that was declined. Yeah, that was declined. So I sent another price, like a couple $, more. That was declined immediately. I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's find another guy. So I did the same thing to another seller, put on my watch list. A few minutes later, he sent me hey, do you want this price? So I sent him another price, and he actually accepted that one. So I think I got it for $17 or something like that, plus shipping. So it was, yeah, it was. I was like, well, now I have to buy it, I guess.
Yeah, once you
that's the
do
only
that,
bad thing is like it's trying to lowball and then it's like, oh, I guess I have to actually buy it, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't like super expensive.
No.
But and this was a lot of these. The problem too is that they're all rusted out and everything, or they're beat up, but the legs work on it and everything, and it extends out, and you can just set it in front of you, eat your food. But yeah, I mean
that's in great shape, dude.
It's in really good shape for.
Really, only that one little dent where your thumb's.
Yeah, where by the steak. Yeah, which I could probably.
And I can't
pound that out.
believe how those flames around the outside just add so much.
It's awesome. It's yeah,
the artwork is so badass.
Yeah, and I'll probably put it as a background, in displays and stuff downstairs. But it's the nostalgia of this, because I had this one is like it's like very strong and just like. I can't even put it in words. like how awesome it is to like finally have this now, and to like hold it again after like 35 years or something like that.
I can just imagine coming over and see you on the couch eating a sandwich.
Oh yeah,
with your sandwich
cereal
on there
or whatever. It's because we used to eat all the time in front of the TV. Like even my dad still does it. Like he'll like have a pillow on his lap. With a plate of food, just watching TV. Like we did, like all the time. We ate in front of the TV all the time, like growing up. That was like not, like we barely ever ate at the dinner table because our kitchen was a lot smaller, and that was what the dinner table was, and the living room was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, and the TV's there, so it's like we watch all the time, like in front of the TV.
That's so amazing to find something that holds that much to you.
It's like one of the few vintage things that I still didn't have from my youth. That I had to find again.
Very, very cool.
I did bring another. So this other one, this Cabbage Patch one. Josh. So I found this one at an antique store, and I got it for my wife Amanda, because she still has all of her Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah, she collects.
And she collects them. Well, did when she was younger. That was like her big Christmas gift as a kid. Like every year, she got a Cabbage Patch doll. And I have found this in northern Iowa somewhere, in an antique store.
Pristine.
I mean, it's unbelievable, like how not rusty it is.
Oh yeah,
which is crazy for something from 1983, like in a metal tray, especially. But I was like, well, I gotta get this for her, so I picked this up, and she has it with her Cabbage Patch in her scrap room with all of her other vintage toys, the Care Bears that I bought her, and all the other Cabbage Patch stuff. So she has it behind that, and so I had to go in her room to pick it up and stuff. But yeah, I mean, not dented, perfect condition. But yeah, just an awesome Cabbage Patch doll tray. It's crazy, like how good it was, and it wasn't very expensive. It was, probably under $15.
It's crazy how much girls take care of their stuff compared.
Well, speaking of rust, so I came across. So this was given to me recently, and I know I've had ones over the years, but I don't have. Once we talked about it the other, like, it's come up before, and I'm like, yeah, I have one, and then I'm like, no, I guess I don't. And then
I have two of them.
Yeah, and I thought I did too, but maybe I was just looking at
yours.
Oh, that could be it. Anyway, I had a friend that was their parents were either going to a nursing home or had just died, and they'd collected a lot of toys and wanted to kind of just sell all their stuff at once, and so I pointed them towards Jake,
right,
who runs our toy store, Corner Collectibles, here in Ottumwa, and he was able to go help her out and get a lot of stuff. But I was like, and I before I even brought up Jake, I'm like, yeah, but Transformers, And she was like, I don't think he has a lot of that. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then I'll tell you about Jake.
Right.
But then so Jake went and helped her out and got a lot of toys and did all that. But during all that, when he was there, they found this and like a bed sheet set and pillowcase, kind of like the ones I have now. And so now I got another set of those, which is awesome. Cool. But then she just gave me this. But yeah, this thing is, I mean, it could be worse, but it is toasted in some spots pretty hard.
Yeah, especially on the edges and everything.
But it's that classic G1 box art, back of box art with the classic fight scene, the scene of scenes.
Yeah.
I just looking at it now, it looks like that guy's bent pretty good off of the back here.
Oh,
like
yeah.
This little piece is bent up, and I think the legs still come out, and that's fine. Again, it's just a display piece. I don't know what the heck I would ever do. Ooh, it's like a monitor riser. Anyway, or
I don't know if I'd put them.
No, I wouldn't trust anything.
Lightweight.
You're right.
So mine has like the plastic.
Oh,
What's that?
Feet.
to like protect
They're
it.
in pretty good shape.
Fancy.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just funny that we both came into
I know.
TV trays in a week's time.
And I wasn't even really
looking.
looking for one to buy. It was just happened to be, at work, not doing anything, and searching eBay.
And
Like
I
someone
started
else does
talking
that.
shit with some bidders, and they fell for it and made me buy it.
Yeah. I printed off some other ones. I was looking through just kind of randomly of like what
There's
other
so
kind
many.
of cartoon stuff there was. And some of these I'm like, man, I kind of want some of these other ones because they're pretty cool,
Yeah.
pretty cool looking as well. This Thundercats one is pretty awesome. I mean, just with them in an action
Being
pose.
black, that blackness of
And
it is so cool.
It's you don't really see like that dark around it and stuff like that. It's very cool looking. I think all these are on eBay. So
Oh,
I
yes,
mean,
for sure.
you can just image search through it and stuff, and you probably find a lot of them. And then going back because I was like, well, there's Cabbage Patch. I'm like, what other kind of stuff that's maybe pointed toward other cartoons and stuff. Strawberry Shortcake, which kind of looks really
Adorable.
cool. Yeah, with the kind of the leaves and everything around it and stuff is very cool. I think a lot of these I'm like, well, I should probably because Amanda likes Strawberry Shortcake and
for sure.
and Care Bears and all this stuff. And so I found a Care Bear one. I'm like, man, I kind of want to get that for her as well because it has like stars around it. It has all the Care Bears and everything.
The Thundercats starts about $50 on
Yeah, I
eBay.
know they're pretty expensive. There's a Motu one that's another one. They only made 2 trays. I don't know if I printed off, but it's like starts at like 100 plus because it's this blue and it's got this different action scene. It's an action scene, and it's really cool looking as well. But yeah, it's so expensive. And then it was funny that you posted the Talking Toys picture, and I had already printed this one off, this Ninja Turtles one.
Yeah.
Where they had kind of them in their kind of almost comic book like pose and everything.
Little.
And then I found another one that was like a cartoon, more of a cartoon, kind of what from the '88 show.
It's bright.
Yeah, a lot brighter, and their faces are the cartoon style and everything. The artwork on that as well. And of course, I got Rainbow Bright. Amanda was a fan of that as well. Very bright and sparkly as well. And then I did find it was funny that in the comments we'll talk about later, but I found the Super Mario Brothers tray from Nintendo branded one on the top there, which looked pretty cool as well.
So I just showed Jason, but they had the Transformers has the Metroplex Triptychon fight scene.
Yeah, it looks
black.
cool.
Yeah.
It's damn.
This one is like also a super rare one, the
shit.
Sectors. And this I think starts at like $300 or
Oh
something like
my!
that. I mean, all the Sector
Yeah.
stuff itself
It is.
is very expensive.
Yeah.
Like
Not
not only the
common.
figures, but like the Hive playset and even the little hand spider things. Everything's
Yeah.
expensive with Sectors. They are re-releasing those.
Is that
But-
Nacelle that's doing those?
Yes,
Those look awesome.
they look awesome.
I just wished I was more into it.
Yeah, the hand thing is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that tray looked awesome.
Oh, of course.
Of course, I couldn't leave out the wrestling. Yeah, WWF superstars with Ultimate Warrior and even the Texas Tornado on there, Big Boss Man.
Classic picture.
Classic kind of that blue, that WWF blue.
Yep.
You know, they even made rings that color as well. Of course, real Ghostbusters. They had to have one as well, which looks awesome. Like this kind of fighting Slimer, like and everything on Ecto One, and with the Stay Puft in the back as well.
Great action sequence.
Yes. And then got a G.I. Joe one as well. With looks like Wakando and Chuckles and Flint and even Sergeant Slaughter on his Triple T driving away back there as well. And then I found some random ones, the Cadillac and Dinosaurs cartoon as well, which is kind of just fun. Going out of the 80s and kind of into the early 90s. I didn't find any Street Sharks ones, but I did find some Biker Mice from Mars, which are also getting re-released by Cell.
Yeah, and those look awesome too.
I'm just waiting for them to go on clearance at Walmart.
Oh yeah,
hopefully because they're kind of pricey. But first, a line that I don't collect. So that was yet. And then of course I did find a Princess of Power She-Ra one, which I kind of want now too.
Yeah,
with her on Swiftwind flying around. And I guess I did print off the rare Masters of the Universe action scene one with that blue and everything in the fight scene. Very reminiscent of the collector cases as well. That kind of fight scene. They just kind of put it on a tray, or even lunchboxes. I think is a similar. They have a similar scene like that on one of the metal lunchboxes. So think about it, this is kind of like the trifecta, the trilogy of our side. You know, gone from lunchboxes to collector cases to TV trays.
No, those are
functionality, form and functionality, and collectorness of it.
A great series we put together accidentally.
Yeah, good job, us.
Good job. TV trays. I wish, maybe I should just get some more just to have to actually use. You know, now that we got like one,
right?
Because we all have our normal fold-up TV trays now that we have.
Right.
You know, but it'd be better if it had this cool artwork.
I kind of
on
wish
it.
they would do like a re-release something that's like that you could actually use, but it still has all the same artwork and it's different artwork, but like that kind of I think would be an Origins version of a TV tray, you know, that they could do in Mattel Creations or something like that. I'll have to talk to my guys, talk to their guys. So.
Well, all right. Yeah, let us know what TV trays you had as a kid.
Yeah.
Leave them in the comments. We'd love to see it. Send some pictures. But all right, we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to tell you about the PFPN, the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. There's a whole bunch of other shows over there for you to check out. They're really cool. And, this lady's going to tell you all about it.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we are back, and now Elgin's going to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store we're going to is called Batcity Toys. It's at 8701 West Palmer Lane in Austin, Texas. Ooh. Has a bunch of G.I. Joe, Motu, Marvel, DC, Transformers, Star Wars, and much, much more. Of course, did you know that Austin is the home of the largest urban bat population in the U.S., with about 1.5 million bats, and they're all living under the Congress Avenue Bridge. That's right. There's a little spot under the bridge, the heat exchange area, but they all live under there. I just watched a video of it as well. There's people that stand on top of the bridge and wait till dusk, and these between 1 to 2 million bats fly out every night.
Holy moly.
And they have the largest population of urban bats, hence the name Batcity Toys.
So, like, the lowest population of bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And someone was saying, "It's like, yeah, I was walking around Austin and I never got bitten by a mosquito ever." Yeah, because you have a gajillion bats living in your city.
Could you
under
do
the
it?
bridge.
Could you stand up there and let them go? Fly around you?
They go underneath. Like, there are people on the bridge, and they're underneath the bridge, and they go. Whoosh. I mean, they're not going to run into you. They have echolocation.
I know, but like Insane Mike, no, he wouldn't.
I would watch it.
He would
I'd
now.
definitely
He's
watch
now not going to go to Austin because of what you just
He's such
said.
a big Batman fan.
it. Yeah.
It's ironic, isn't it? He
Yeah.
likes that part.
But anyway, that's Bat City Toys because of the bats in Austin. At 8701 West Palmer Lane, Austin, Texas. The good part of Texas.
Well, no comment. All right, now it's time to hear from you guys. Here's Spooty with Talking Toys.
Is there a good part of Texas?
Come on, got a lot of fans down there, a lot of listeners.
Who? Name
We don't
Name 12 of them.
We got to get going.
To name exactly 12.
coming from Pseudonoid Jr.
From Texas, he lives in.
You don't know that. On the YouTubes. Love these. He-Man 1 is my fave, I'd say.
I would also say that.
And then, like, cheering, like, beer mugs,
Oh, cheers.
I think. Yeah.
Pseudonym.
Cheers.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Pseudonoid Jr.
Hey man.
Pseudonoid, yeah.
I hope you subscribe
Yeah.
and become a member.
And then from the exclusive Patreon chat, Mr. Alex LaForest, not LaForge.
You want to say that every
I
time.
want to say that every time. Alex LaForge is the
Brother of Jordy.
he's the security guy in Mallrats.
Oh. That was LaFleur's.
LaForest.
LaFleur.
The
Look, I
Fleurs.
don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about ever. Transformers and Ren and Stimpy. Currently looking for a Super Mario tray.
Found it. It's right in this page right
It's
here.
on
Just
eBay.
$85 on eBay.
Yes. It's super expensive.
Now I have to look.
Oh.
It's like 50 something maybe.
Oh my gosh.
50. It's between $1 and $1,000.
Ooh, that's a good call for sure.
It's right there.
Well, thank you guys so much for leaving some comments.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
It's like $60.
Oh my lord, it's gone up.
Up to
Must have been Alex
more.
bidding up.
Yeah. It's probably they
I hope
heard
you
they
get
heard
it.
us talking about it.
Yep.
They're like, "Oh man, that
There's-
Cracktastic Plastic podcast."
There's some in the $200 range too.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, they're talking about my item. I've got to jack the price up now."
Yeah.
Because they're listening right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we haven't released.
So before we
They're
go
listening
today,
right now.
we
Remember
just
him?
want to mention that if you're out there on the internets, head on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. That's Elgin's favorite kind of review.
Yeah.
We'll read it on
like
the show.
5 stars.
But anyway, at least tell a friend. You got them.
And if you end up with fruit, you're in the wrong place.
Oh, that's true. If you want to help out even more, you can head over to patreon.com/Cracktastic Plastic. It's a cool place to go over there,
It is.
and it's a way to help out the show. Also, we just got monetized on YouTube. You can become a channel member for only 99 cents a month.
Yeah. That's
get-
less than $1.
Yeah, if you didn't know that. But
Math.
our listeners are smart, so they knew that.
Yeah, they already did that.
But there's a lot of cool perks over there, too, so I encourage you to check that out. But one of the cool Patreon perks is you get your name read on the show. Pretty cool, right? Like these fine folks: Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, Michelle Pizzulo. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. We really, really appreciate it. Means a lot to us, and it really helps everything out. So,
Sure does.
all right then.
Every penny counts.
So let's make some peanut butter jelly sandwiches for these trays. Are you a strawberry guy or a grape guy? What's your jelly of choice?
I prefer pickle. I prefer pickle. Peanut butter and pickle sandwiches.
That is disgusting. I thought we were friends. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.